bullshit.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Shankar Singham here. Yes, it's another beautiful night here in Southern California. Friday night. Cal Exit right here. Cal Exit, Orange County. And proud California nationalist. Here, guys, I'm just going to get to it. I know you guys read the YouTube title there. So look, I'm going to let you guys know exactly what's been going on. As far as I know, and what I've heard from both sides. I am registered CNP. I am former Yes California regional leader, current Cal Exit leader, chair, or whatever you want to call it. I don't really get into titles too much, as long as you're doing something and you're making a change. That's what I care about. Keep moving forward, and no matter what, guys. Look, independent California, it's going to happen no matter what. Whether it's going to be CNP, whether it's going to be Yes California, whether it's called Cal Exit or not. Always be on the lookout for an independent California. That means this state breaking away from the United States, regardless of what political power is there. Okay. Aside from that, guys, because California we are our own people. Okay, we are our own type of people. We understand each other's so well because we're so diverse that in that diversity we become one unit. And it's really hard to explain to people that come out from a state where everybody looks alike. Okay, so guys, CNP, Yes California, why the rift? Yeah, they both hate each other. They both want to murder each other. They would probably both strangle each other. Really, the rift is between a guy named Louis Marinelli. Everybody hates Louis Marinelli. He's probably the most hated guy in the independence movement. Yet this is the guy that's wrote the plebiscite that's on the referendum that's up for signatures right now. Guy's a brilliant guy. A lot of drive. He's just really stubborn. He started CNP, has a job as a teacher in Russia. CNP, California National Party, all wanted an independent California. Unfortunately, being a leader of California National Party, you can't be living in Russia and teaching English over there, regardless. They had a rift. They separated, pretty much kicked Louis out of his own party. Hey, Louis, you should have stepped down reasonably. Your group is right. The reason I left Yes California is because my chapter wanted nothing to do with Yes California and the whole Russian thing. And I'm going to get to Russia in a little bit. So I have to listen to them. It's the group. You should have too. So, Louis parts ways and takes Marcus with him. CNP is doing their thing. Louis and Marcus are doing their thing. Louis from Russia. Marcus is here. Then they both decide to put a referendum up. And CNP wanted to put a referendum up that included a delegate from California going to Washington, D.C. to ask Congress for a vote for secession. And Lewis's and Marcus's idea was the current referendum that's up on the that's up for signatures right now. Who won who? Well, Marcus beat everybody, CNP to the punch, and we have the current referendum that's up. Now, CNP absolutely does not support the current referendum. They think it's weak. It might be. They will not go out and gather signatures for it, which is hurting their numbers. But they will sign it. Look at everybody in CNP, they're down-ass guys. All of them are really cool. Everybody in Yes California, really, really cool guys. It honestly is just leadership in the CNP and Louis Marinelli. Louis Marinelli is a master media hypesman. So his efforts to lead Yes California from Russia resulted in press that wasn't too favorable because Donald Trump was running as president, and there was talk of Russia influencing the election cycle. Meanwhile, while that whole thing is going on, Lewis tells the press that we have an embassy in Russia. Now, is it a real embassy? I mean, can I go there for passport services and currency? Can I exchange my U.S. dollars for rubles? No. It's called the California Cultural Center. In fact, everybody in Russia called it the California Cultural Center. The only person that called it an embassy was Lewis. And of course, he had a press conference, kept dropping the embassy word down, and of course, the press picked up on embassy. It went through European news. As soon as it hit European news, it went to American news. And when we got on Yahoo News, I literally joined Yes 2 weeks prior, maybe a month prior, and all of a sudden, like the group that I joined with a few thousand members is on Yahoo News. So the next day, literally, we had 20,000 people sign up on the site, and we grew the party from there. Of course, then the negative press from Trump winning and Putin backing Trump up, that led to Lewis being accused of being a Russian, funded by Kremlin. Funded by the Kremlin. That's giving Lewis too much credit. He is. Some of these stories are somewhat very, very outlandish, very Paul Bunyan-ish. The guy is not a spy for Putinelli. All these creative names. He's not a spy. He's not. There's nothing nefarious going on. He's a flippin' grade school teacher in Siberia. Russia's not funding the Cal exit movement. Yes, California exit movements. Aside from Russia funding us, George Soros is not funding us. La Rasta is not funding us. Reconquista is not funding us. The Mexican government's not funding us. Iran is not funding us. All those are just stories that you're going to hear from conservative talk radio. We're funded by Californians, and that's about it. And this sign right here was paid for by Californians, not the Russian Kremlin or anything like that. So, you want to run with the Russian angle press, go ahead, but the press will eat you up. I mean, it got so bad with the Russian angle, and CNP, didn't discourage it. It got so bad with the Russian angle that our chapter meetings and our discussions about independence pretty much came down to Russia, and it was not helping the movement at all. As a result, we left. All the chapters disbanded, including mine. All the leadership left, including mine. We asked Lewis to step down. He would not. And to give it a new face, take that whole Russian thing away, he would not. And when he said no, is when a lot of the leadership left and a lot of the chapters left, and including mine. And I had to go with my chapter. We left. Most of my chapter didn't want anything to do with it at all. They still kind of don't. Whoever's left in there. Um, we left and we formed Cal Exit groups. Instead of being called Yes California, we became Cal Exit. And lo and behold, our numbers grew even more. We left Yes California with 12 chapters. We now have 41 chapters. And they're all Cal Exit groups. And they're little groups forming everywhere. And guys, if you're forming your own group, go to the Yes California site and you'll find out how to get a hold of all the Cal Exits in California. Or if you Google up Cal Exit, there's going to be one close to you. In the beginning of this video, I listed a bunch of cities off that have Cal Exit groups. I'm going to post another link down here again. Go and check it out. Join one. The signatures are out. Sunday, tomorrow, or Sunday, I'm going to go pick up probably about 1,000 petitions and distribute them out to Southern California here, at least for Long Beach, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County. San Diego, you'll be getting your petitions in Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. But as far as CNP and Louis Marinelli, guys, that's it. There is no Russian connection. There is no funding. There honestly isn't. All of this is just hearsay, he said, she said bullshit. The press loves it because it sells newspapers.
Hey guys, sorry, that was the end of that. My battery died on that one. But that's the whole story with Louis Marinelli and the CNP. Really, not what it's all the hype that you're hearing. I just really disregard it. Listen, concentrate on California. Concentrate on this flag right here. Concentrate on independent California, because I really believe that, California is really going to knock out the United States as far as GDP. And that's just based on our drive, on our proficiency for technology, and of course our diversity. Those are our strengths, guys. That's what's going to make us number one. Nothing stopping the state. Nothing is going to ever stop the state, and believe it. And grab a petition, sign it, and mail it in, and believe in independent California. It's going to happen. Okay, guys? You guys have a great day and an awesome tomorrow. Thanks.